Tonight on episode 37, I wish I'd kicked Snorlax's ball into Sefton Park's lake. Casual Coops strokes his Eevee ears. Milo has finally been separated from Billy's ring of Giratina. And Ian Waterfall celebrates his shundo in silence again. Guys, how are you all doing today?
I thought you were going to say Ian celebrates his shundo inside me.
Inside me.
Doing good, mate. Doing good. Just having withdrawal from the Safari Zone weekend, to be honest.
It was a good one, wasn't it? It was a good one. Ian, Coops, you still there? Has he gone? I don't know. Is he there? Coops?
To be honest, mate, my Wi-Fi started to go a bit funny, and I was thinking, really, just when we start?
Yeah, it's always we hit record.
I know.
It's becoming a regular thing, isn't it?
Exactly. I'm all right, though, thanks, mate. Still got a little bit of the sniffles, but I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. Ian?
All good. Living the dream. Living the dream.
Why do I say this is entirely sarcastic?
Jesus. Well, this is the first time we've got together after Liverpool Safari Zone, and like you said,
Ian?
we had a. Oh, go on.
You're not going to ask Mark how he is?
Oh yes,
Come
Mark.
on. You come
Sorry,
last.
I was the last one to talk. Sorry, Mark. How are you?
I've got a bit of a sore throat. I think we're all going down with stuff, aren't we? I'm just feeling a little bit lethargic, but
All
thank
going
you,
down
Ian.
on each other's
we shouldn't.
cocks.
Yeah, I was going to say we should not have shared that bed together.
Lois.
Cock. There he is, Mark. There you go. Your dream's coming true. Mr. Soundball. There he is. He's off and running.
But no, for the listeners, this is the first. I'm repeating myself now. So it's the first episode since we've come back from Liverpool. Thank you for everybody who said hi to us. We had a lot of people stop and say hi. Enjoyed the podcast. I think it'd be really nice for us just to sort of jump straight into some Liverpool chat. But before we do that, guys, what are we drinking tonight?
I have cinnamon spice fireball whiskey because I've got a sore throat. Funny that. I've got a sore throat just like Mark.
And funny you should say that. I've also known you lot know I've got a sore throat. But I love the fact that
I do. You're rough.
Exactly. Sorry, bro. Sorry. I love the fact that you nearly spat it out. I love the fact we've all got sore throats. You're on the fucking alcohol. I have just finished a Lemsip, so I'm on a leaning back, chilled out Lemsip tonight. That's boring as hell.
Well, speaking of boring as hell, I'm going to go one step further because we don't all have sore throats and we're not all ill. Some of us. I'm in Billy's camp. Clean living and
some of us can handle dick.
Fully healthy.
Some of us can handle dick, yeah.
Oh my god.
Ian, I love that you went, well, some of us aren't boring, but I've got Vasafol. It's like, I've got Ian juice.
I tell you what, Mark, Milo and I were in Brighton on Monday and my juice was everywhere.
Ian's juice was spraying all over the locals.
JT Valor has never been so wet.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
I don't miss this.
I don't miss this at all. Well, I've got the hat trick tonight. I've got coffee. This is, I don't know why I'm showing you because you all know what it looks like. But for Francesco, if you're watching, I've got water, a mug of Ian juice, I should say, and another little shake. But yeah, no alcohol.
Nice. Gains. Pokey gains. Let's get it.
Pokey gains.
Fireball whiskey down your throat, mate. That'll sort your throat out.
Oh, I think it'd kill me, Milo, but I'm up for trying anything once.
If you're up for trying anything, Milo and I were talking earlier, Mark, and in the coming weeks, we think we should actually just do a drunken episode.
Yeah, let's do it. Last time we did it, we tried to take over Zo2.stream, didn't we? So be careful, boys.
Yeah. And Milo was still there 3 hours later.
Guys, I'm still being a prick. I'm still here.
We got her.
Milo, we've all woken up. It's the next day. What are you doing, man?
Do you know what, though? I love that idea. And what we should do is that the more and more we get drunk, we should play more and more games, and the loser has to remove an item of clothing until we're all naked. Yeah, woo!
Why don't we just playing Liverpool? Just get naked anyway. Let's just do a naked drunken podcast.
It's fine because we're fine because the camera's cut off at the waist.
Yeah,
so.
true.
Exactly.
True.
Yeah, you just see our moobs.
I mean, I could be sat here with no trousers on right now, and you would have no idea.
I mean, even if the camera was facing on it, boys, I don't think it'll make that much of a difference anyway.
Do you want to know something? I get the impression Milo has filmed videos at his desk without trousers on by that comment.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
It's all about perspective, though, as my friend used to say to me. If it's head on, it doesn't do you any favours. It's all about perspective.
Yeah, we can prove that from the photos Nukemz took of us at Walpole Park during the last community day.
You look like you've been inflated. I'm not
I
gonna
looked
lie.
like I was about to give birth, didn't I?
Loads of
Congratulations,
baby
Mr.
duskull.
Waterfall.
Talk about flattering angles all that carve.
Congratulations, Mr. Waterfall. It's a duskull.
It's not shiny.
Put it back in.
Oh dear.
Oh dear God. Well, thank you guys. Well, for those who are listening, throw down your incense. And guys, we need to throw one down as well. And Coops, you need to open the gate.
Open incense.
So blah de blah de blah. Sending your shiny and Hundo look your way, guys. If you have hashtag shiniest of the week if you get one, and let's jump into the Pokemon Go goodness. So we're all back home now. Milo is probably still exporting his 24-hour vlog to capture the 3 days he was at Liverpool.
I am actually.
Guys, let's just have a real open conversation. We've had a few days to reflect. Liverpool. First of all, we all made Niantic's video, so that was pretty cool, wasn't it?
That was Pog. That was Pog.
That was
did.
Pog, wasn't it? That was Pog.
I feel like that deserves the 5-minute round of applause. No, actually, no, nothing
No,
deserves that.
no.
Actually, nothing deserves
Don't worry,
that.
I wasn't going to play it anyway, so don't worry.
Notes to self in the edit. Loop it.
It was bloody amazing. Milo, how's your hand now? For signing all the autographs you were doing on the day.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about something else then for some bizarre reason.
How's your hand from Saturday with Coach?
Your hand, yeah.
We don't want to know what you were doing back at the hotel.
The hands were busy. I think, honestly, first in-person event in 2 years, probably a little bit more than 2 years, actually. And the whole sensation and vibe of having that in-person event with so many players at one time. The event was really, really well laid out, actually. Like the park itself, it was a nice park. We had a beautiful sunny day, certainly on the Friday when I was playing my event day. It almost transcended is sort of a poncy word to use, but it did transcend the kind of, like, I didn't really care too much about the actual spawns of the event myself. It was more about, like, chatting with people, seeing people from different parts of the country, or indeed international, and playing with friends and meeting new people. And it was just one hell of a good weekend.
I think it was, actually, and I'll jump straight in there because I'm going to be honest with you, I was very critical of the event, and I've been probably the most negative about it on the previous episodes. And I'll stand up and I'll own that, because I was very negative about it. And actually, I think if I hadn't have gone to Walpole Park and done Duskull Com Day with you boys, I certainly would not have been in Liverpool. But I think the Duskull Com Day got me in that vibe. Actually, it was about being with people. Other than the fact that I realised I needed some shinies still from the event before we got up there. It was bloody amazing, and dare I say it now, Sefton Park will always have a place in my heart. It was a lovely park.
Absolutely.
It was just what they did there was absolutely phenomenal, and we'll talk a little bit about it because there'll be a lot of people listening to podcasts that didn't go because they can't travel, and there'll be a lot of people in the UK who couldn't make it because of the shortness of the dates, so they just couldn't physically get up there. But I think we need to factor in everybody sort of why they didn't go, why they did all that. But yeah, I loved it. It was magical, wasn't it? It just felt really nice, and there was just had a great buzz about it, didn't it?
Yeah, Mark, absolutely right. I will go on record here, and I know I'm probably the most positive out of the four of us generally. I think Niantic nailed it. Fantastic event, great vibe, great staff, absolutely amazing. The park wasn't overly crowded. It was a lot quieter than I thought it would be, but we are still in the middle of a pandemic. The spawns were the least of what anyone went for, but even though it was the same event we had back in April last year, it just felt as it should be. Pokemon Go is about getting out there. It's about having people around you. It's about having a good time with friends. It's about experiencing new places, travel, and everything was nailed. The whole weekend was absolutely perfect, in my opinion. I'm not saying that there wasn't some improvements that could be made, but for what we got, I have absolutely zero complaints.
You know what? For me, like it's one of those things. It's like it was such an amazing weekend, but at the same time, it was such a shit weekend. But not in a way when it comes to Pokemon Go. It was like because obviously I'm talking like personal experience. So the first thing for me is the fact I was ill. Like for me, that just and it would put a down on it for anyone. I was just feeling ill. Yeah. I was coughing everywhere. I was saying to everyone, "Oh, like guys, like sorry, like don't come too close." Like it was. I just hated it. But everything that you've said, boys, the whole weekend, like Sefton Park, like Liverpool is amazing. Like seriously, if you haven't been to Liverpool, it's one of the sickest places that I've ever been to. It was amazing. A few Bondalengas running about, like it was it was sick. Like it was so nice, you know, seeing the Trainer Club and JT Valor and other content creators all in real life. It was so fun, you know, like Mark's touched on earlier, for us to be recognised as individuals and as a podcast. It was so lovely to be around everyone playing the game. It was so lovely, because I don't know about you lot, but in Go Fests and Safari Zones before, I've not really paid much attention to like the decorations of the park and that, like the posters that they put up and the structures. I've never really paid attention to it, but when you actually pay attention to it, because I wasn't playing on my phone the whole weekend, I actually got to really look at the atmosphere and the tents and the posts, and it was. And I agree with what Ian said. It was fucking cool, man. Like Niantic and the company that they employed to create it and all of the staff that they had there were just amazing. I mean, it helped that they were from up north. Everybody up north is lovely. Like I said, it was just an absolutely great weekend. But like I said, I'm not being negative, I'm just speaking how I feel. But obviously when it came to Pokemon Go, I just felt like the event was the same. It was the same as what we paid for. And I think a year and a half on, I think it's quite hard to still be excited when you've already been there and done it and a year and a half ago. So that's my take on it. But yeah, I thought it was really good, mate. I thought it was really good.
I think we need to give like a little shout out to all the staff members who are running, you know, the merchandise and running around handing out stickers and all of that sort of stuff, because honestly they were really, really on it the whole weekend.
Completely agree. They were absolutely amazing. Yeah,
they were a great team, and really helped make the experience. Sort of, you capitalised on the experience as much as you could. But I'll jump in on a little point, actually. It was interesting that Coops brought up about the decoration and all the bits and pieces they put around the park. You're right, actually, because I'm thinking back to Germany 2019. When I went there, it was like, I'm in the park for one day, I've got to grind the fuck out of the spawns and do all of that.
Yeah.
This time around, because I was like, I need one shiny Timpole, and as soon as I got that Timpole, it was like, okay, whatever I get now, I honestly don't care. I'm just going to enjoy myself and have a good time. And you could actually then, because it was exactly the same event,
yeah, exactly.
you could actually sit back and appreciate the effort. Like the blow up Snorlax and the giant inflatable Pokeballs just kept going in the fucking lake all the time. And all the flags around and everything.
Literally, I mean, speaking to the staff, who the hell decides to try and get a piece of scaffolding to get a Pokeball out of the lake? I mean,
I was getting Laurel and Hardy vibes from the whole thing with that.
Do you know what I love though is that, like, obviously, like, I was chatting to a few of the staff and like bless them, like, because obviously they don't
Funnily enough, it was only the female members of staff who was chatting to Coops.
It was
the young hot blonde ones.
Coops was hunting for a bit of bunda.
Yeah, I was hunting for the Bundelenga Shundo.
It's a wild bunda.
But you know what I loved the
I
most.
thought you'd been hunting for the Bundelenga 69.
Have I not told you about Saturday? No, but you know what? I love the fact that, and I get it, right? From an outside person, playing this game must look like the weirdest and most saddest thing ever, right? And whether the staff were acting or not, they were genuinely like excited to like hand out these pins and these hats and they did such a good job with the kids and paying it and being like, oh guys, like, you know, do you want this? Do you want a hat? And obviously to them, they're going, what the, look at all these fucking weirdos. And we get that, but they put that to one side and they absolutely smashed it. Yeah, I agree. They fucking smashed it.
Well,
mate.
there was one of them, Coops, had actually called us a bunch of weirdos and said they don't play the game because they're an adult.
So
did me and Milo, yeah.
Did they? Yeah. But you see what I mean, though? Like, it was only going to be one, but the rest of them put that to the side and actually did a good job.
But there was a guy there who on the Sunday ran around like a headless fucking chicken just to find me this, which is a Niantic like iron-on badge.
Like a patch, isn't it? Yeah,
it's like a patch for a bomber jacket, and he ended up nicking it from someone else, from one of the other event staff, and was like, "I've taken that person's badge off, so you can have it." I'm like, "Thanks, mate. I appreciate you running
around."
Though,
Milo, after being in the park for 3 days, they started to recognise us.
Yeah, we're the weirdos with the cameras. That's all we were.
I think hit the nail on the head, Coops, actually, what you said then. It's for me, this was the first event that we've got a ticket to go to. And actually, there's not just people there playing the game. And that was the very strange thing to it. You know, we were in the park playing the game, but anyone else was in the park as well, walking their dogs, people walking around. And actually, it was very different to any other event in that sense, that actually you could go back and be there every day for it because there was no doors to go in and that. But it was quite funny how you heard the very few comments of people going, "Oh, this is sad," but actually for the first time ever, they were probably outnumbered by a group of people that were playing the game, and I was like. It was lovely to go to the event where we had no mobile issues. Okay, the numbers were nowhere as great as they would have been like at Westfalen Park and all that. But let's be honest, the fact it was in our country, the good old UK, and we had a Pokemon GO live event, which I remember when the game started, we all said, didn't we? It'd be lovely to have a UK event. It'd be lovely to have a UK event. When Liverpool was eventually announced, we were all like, oh my fucking God, that's amazing. So actually, to pause and look at it all when you were there, it was amazing, like you said. And actually, because it was a replay of the event, there was always an opportunity to allow us to pause and look around. The bounce was brilliant. I mean, for people listening to the podcast, we were all very lucky. We spent quite a bit of time with the Trader Club and JT Vallet, great people, and the majority of you will probably know who they are from their content. But, for us as four guys, four creators, a combined unit, it was just lovely for them to want to spend time with us. And they've been on the podcast, and I think off the back of that, there was that. It was quite nice we were able to arrange that. So we just had a really thoroughly good night. And I said before we recorded, Milo, our PR man, is amazing, and I'm going to give Francesco a shout out because Francesco, mate. You're absolutely brilliant. Your energy's fantastic. You made it in the Pokemon GO official video about 20 times as well.
He was in it more than any of us. He was in it more than the trainer club. He was, yeah. That's
what I meant. Yeah. It was lovely to spend time with you, and I know I've seen you before, but it was just lovely. But you did give us some great advice for the day, and you did do a lot of great things. And Milo, you've got a great guy there, mate. A really good guy.
Really
and that I think added to it as well. And it was lovely to meet Ash as well. Group of us together. And it was just, like Coops, you said it was just nice, wasn't it? It was worth the drive up in the morning, let's put it that way. And I'm pleased I did it. And thank you, Ian, for having a room for me, mate. That was much appreciated.
Hey, mate, I had a suite. I had two rooms, so yeah, you're welcome to one of them.
Ian went full out for the weekend.
Did Mark had his own room, literally. It was a suite. It was like a 2-bedroom suite. I wasn't complaining.
But I think on the whole note of that, we'll say this: anybody who has a ticket and can get safely and securely to Philadelphia and St. Louis, go to the in-person event if you can, because honestly, so many people I know didn't come to Liverpool because of the fact that it was a replay event. Try and look past the replay of the event. Yes, we got a guaranteed shiny Chinchu in the research again. The day itself is so much more. There's so much more to do, to see. There's so many more people to meet out there. It's about the whole experience. It's not just about the in-game event. Everybody focuses on the in-game event because we played it from home. And when you're playing it from home, there is no other aspect apart from what shiny you can get off your incense or your lures and stuff. So
completely agree, Milo. Forget about what the event is. It's about where you are. It's about the vibe you'll get. There's nothing like it. Playing from home on your phone is completely different.
You might have seen JT Valor did a vlog where he actually managed to get a ticket for the second. It's the Sunday. He played the Sunday.
Yeah.
So he played a second day in Liverpool. Francesco got one of these tickets, or the codes as well, to play the Safari Zone event again on the Sunday. And the reason behind that was they were handing out codes to, I think it was new players. There were people who were picking up the game literally in the park that day, and they were finding them at the sort of the help centres, and they gave them codes. And this woman with 2 children who was only playing on one phone, but they gave her 4 cards, I think. So JT and Francesca managed to get hold of one of these codes because, they've got one phone. They're not going to keep 4 codes. That's how they managed to play the event again. Quite unique circumstances. Also, having said that, I've seen people raging on Twitter going, it's unfair, why didn't they open the tickets again? The difference is, we all went to Liverpool. We went to the site itself. So this is very much an on-site perk. It may happen in the American Safari Zones, but it's not a guarantee. So just sort of putting that potential red flag out there. Just don't expect to get a code if you go and don't have a ticket. You might be able to.
And speaking about like red flags as well, because I know the boys have touched it, and I would 100% agree.
Team Valor, whoop.
And I would make sure that you do go, because honestly, it was such a vibe, and I'm pretty sure America's fucking lit as well. But if you play the game for the game and you don't like talking to anybody, or you've got social anxiety, or this game is a part of your life that you keep to yourself, I do just want to let you know now that the gameplay in Pokemon GO will be exactly the same. Like, exactly the same. I just want to put it out there. There's nothing different. There's nothing better. There's nothing worse. It is exactly the same as what it was from a year and a half ago. So if you have been umming and ahhing, we can all agree, we'd say go because of the real life aspect. But if you are solely going for the spawns in the game, just to let you know, it is exactly the same. Whether that's good or bad, it's just exactly the same. And I want to let you lot know that now for a fact.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. And guys, Takeshi's Castle.
Yeah, bro.
It became the whole theme of the weekend, basically, that.
And what was it? Squid Game. Squid Game as well.
Squid Game.
Squid Game as well.
You'll see in my 90-minute wrap-up, a squirrel managed to complete Takeshi's Castle at Sefton Park.
Milo, that's what I love about you. You're like, and in my football match long vlog, you'll see the wrap up.
Better than any
my
football
wrap
match.
up, all the good bits I didn't put in my other vlogs in my 90-minute wrap up.
It's actually quite a clever philosophy, though, isn't it? It's more content, same things but expanded. It's like the
all about the
director's
runtime.
cut.
Get to see a squirrel jumping across a river.
I have to agree.
Ian got attacked by a ratata in the park as well.
He did, yeah.
That was. He went for your leg, didn't it, Ian?
It was trying to run past me, but it kind of ran at me. Yes, yeah.
It was like, waterfall, fuck off.
Yeah. A wild ratata appeared and charged him.
Charged Ian.
But my highlight as well, actually, talk about the funny things that I saw there, was that dog that had he had Ash's cap on.
Oh, that was
I
amazing.
felt so sorry for that dog.
I didn't. It was hoovering fresh chips off the floor.
Oh, no, I didn't feel sorry for it eating. I felt sorry for having to wear that hat all day. The animals don't want to wear clothes, let's face it.
It also didn't pick its own name. That's the thing.
Yeah.
No. It was quite funny. This woman comes up going, Ash, Ash, Ash. And Coop's mate just kept looking round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That dog was like sniffing by my feet, and the mum was like, "Come on, Ash!" And I was like, "Get this fucking thing away from me!" I was like, "What's going on?"
Well, should we wrap that up there, guys? I think that was quite a nice little recap, wasn't it, on Liverpool? I think, Coops, you made a really valid point. There's 2 more events still to be replayed, and like I said, they will be exactly the same. But I think if you wanted that in-person event the first time you played it, and you kind of went, well, at least I can still play it. At least this is the option now to get that fix and play it in the way it was originally intended. So
That's true, but we should say a big thank you to everybody who came up and said hello to us and wanted a picture as fans of the podcast. We should have a couple of new listeners, so if you're new and talk to us at Sefton Park, thank you for checking out the podcast. Genuinely, thank you
and
very
if we
much.
blackmailed you into listening, then hi also.
Hello, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the dark side. It's fun here.
There's not a hitman outside your window.
No, he's on the podcast today. He's actually sat
Where?
in his room.
Where?
Croydon hitman. The flick knife.
Croydon Hitman. Oh, dear. Well, guys, thank you again. Thank you guys for making it jobber for me. I've had an absolute blast. And next year, hopefully, we'll get another opportunity, won't we?
Hopefully
Multiple opportunities next year.
Blunderlangers, let's get it.
The thing I can see actually happening, though, is no matter where we go for an event, Cups will go, I fucking love it here. I want to move here. I love it here.
No. There was something about Liverpool, and you know it too. There was something about Liverpool.
Yeah, the girls wearing no clothes.
The girls wearing cling film is what they were wearing.
We're all walking around after we've had the meal at the restaurant, like thinking, fuck it, it's freezing. The girls walking around there with a cling film dress on.
Did any of you do like design technology at school? You get that.
Yes.
You get plastic wrap and you put it over a mold and then you heat it with like a
That's right,
a gun.
That's what the girls were like, isn't it?
That's what they were like. They've been shrink wrapped.
So somebody'd got like a heat gun and they just literally
just like got this plastic material, wrapped it around them. Right, you're good to go to the club. There you go.
I know we're going really off script here. Not that we're scripted. But did I tell you, I got with someone on the Saturday night in Liverpool? Did I tell you?
No, you didn't.
No, I didn't tell you. I'll save the story for another day.
Was it
Save
Ash?
it for another day.
Ash didn't mention his either.
No, it actually
Just
wasn't.
where your eye infection came from.
That's where Coop's got the pink eye.
Yeah.
Face sitting eye. That's what it is.
No,
She shat on his pillow.
no, we didn't go that far. We didn't go that far.
Oh, I've lost track again. That was Liverpool. Thank you, Liverpool, for being amazing.
Thank you, Liverpool.
Yeah, done. So let's go to the next section. Getting to know you.
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed podcast.
And that's how we do it.
I prefer the, let's get fucking to know you, man. How's it going?
God, our Australian accents have got better, haven't they, since we had to do that one?
Milo's
Like
it's
that.
still
Mine's not South
African.
African anymore.
South African. My question to you all, and again, no, I didn't find this one on the internet, but this is something we've kind of tipped on a few of these things, but I wanted to pull it together and go, if you could invite 3 people, I've said, but it can be 1 or 2, but if we happen to put a bit of thought into it, if you could invite up to 3 people to dinner, living or dead, who would you invite? And I'm quite happy for anyone to go first.
Okay, nobody's jumping in, so it looks like it's down to me. So, yeah, I gave this a little bit of thought today because you did give us a heads up, which was absolutely amazing. So the 3 people I would invite to a dinner party. The first one would be Ian Fleming, the creator of James Bond. Very interesting guy, I feel. Very snobby guy. Very opinionated guy. Very English. But I think his stories would be amazing because obviously he created the character of James Bond around some of his experiences and experiences of other people from when he was in the military. So he'd be the first person. The second person would probably go from my dinner party to Milo's dinner party, and that would be Jeremy Clarkson.
Good man.
Because absolutely, I mean, I don't really need to go into detail why I'd have him at a dinner party, but absolutely amazing guy. He'd talk about cars all night. He'd talk about anything. A really interesting journalist. And again, very opinionated. And the final person I would have at the dinner party, because it can't just be a sausage fest, Margot Robbie.
Ian, you little bugger. Yeah, Suicide Squad attire. Yeah.
I mean, she could come dressed as Harley Quinn if she wanted, or she could just come dressed in anything. You know that dress we just talked about? She could definitely come dressed with a cling film dress. And very beautiful woman, amazing woman, gorgeous woman. And yeah, if nothing else, it would be great to have her at the party. And she's an Australian.
Ooh.
Who's next?
Who's getting to know you section?
I think Milo, I'm guessing you will have at least one of my 3.
Well, I was very tempted to say I would have Clarkson, Hammond, and May over which would make my freaking life, to be honest. But I'll try and be a little bit different with it. So obviously, yes, I would have Clarkson there.
So Milo, you'd have Ian's sloppy seconds, would you? Or
100%.
Clarkson?
100%. Yeah, I would definitely have to have Jeremy Clarkson at the dinner table. It's been weird. It's sort of like I've grown up with him. My parents have got, I think it's not Super 8, it's like Betamax tapes of when I was like 6 months old and I was watching Top Gear. With him on. So I've grown up with Clarkson. It is a huge part of my life. The second person, I would try and go a bit more sort of local with this. I would like to have dinner with Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Who?
Isambard Kingdom Brunel, one of the most famous engineers. He made designed the Clifton Suspension Bridge, did many train lines, and a huge sort of industrial engineer in the Industrial Revolution. Having grown up in Clifton and Bristol, Clifton Suspension Bridge has been a big sort of hallmark of the area I've grown up in.
Yeah.
And having grown up with that, it's sort of like this guy was absolutely insane. They tried to design the first Channel Tunnel before it collapsed back in the day. He's done some amazing stuff, absolutely amazing stuff. So it'd be really interesting to talk to him about sort of some of the projects he's done.
And the last one, you're not allowed to say Billy Lutz because we had dinner with him the other day, so you can't say Billy.
This is very true. Third one, this is tricky. Let's go Australian. Go on, Zoe 2 Dots. Bring it in. Why not? Good laugh. Very good laugh. I don't know, just be interesting to, I guess, branch out on the content creator kind of basis, considering it's kind of where I want to go with my career and that sort of thing. That's my trio.
Very good, Milo. Very, very good. I struggled with this. I'm the one that asked the bloody question, and I was there going, right, that one there, there's another one there. Well, if that one doesn't, that one there. Well, that one's dead, that one's alive. And I had a bloody long list of people I'd love to have dinner with, but I've got myself down to 3. 2 of them are alive still, so we could make this happen. The first person will mean nothing to both of you. One of them sports related, and the first person that I would have at the table with me is a person called Don Revie. Don Revie was the manager of Leeds United in the 60s. He turned Leeds from nothing to their most successful period they've ever had in their club history. So much that the guy watched Real Madrid play, saw Real Madrid played in white shirts, and turned around and changed the colour that Leeds played into white. He was that sort of, just changed the whole thing about it. And basically, led Leeds to league titles, European Cups, FA Cup, League Cup in that tenure, then went on to become the England manager off the back of his time at Leeds. But it's never been replicated, that period in Leeds United's history. The reason I picked him was he had this ethic and this mindset. He didn't care if people liked them. It was about just being good at what you are, and however you did it, you just did it. And Leeds were hated under him. There was a lot of horrible, when he left and Brian Clough took over, Brian Clough tried to change Leeds back to a team that people liked, and he obviously only lasted 40 odd days there because it wasn't in the culture at the club. I digress. I'd love to talk to him about how he did that and how he didn't let what people thought about them bother them, because I like that. That was really you have to be really strong-minded to do that.
It's a good mentality. Yeah.
Good mentality. Strong. The second person I have around the dinner table, and I think he's absolutely brilliant, is Neil Patrick Harris.
Oh, it'd be a laugh. Yeah.
He is absolutely amazing. He'd bring magic tricks to the table. He would just be your wingman whilst, just being a fucking character. He's very educated, has really good family morals, a genuinely nice person, but very clever, like I said before. Just unique in every single way. And I think he's just just a really, really nice, infectious personality. And obviously Barney Stinson, you've got the most iconic womanizing character on any, well, probably not everyone, Ian, you'll probably say 2.5 Men, Charlie Sheen, but he's right up there.
I was actually thinking Joey from Friends.
But I think Neil Patrick Harris takes it to a whole new level. Anyone who's got a playbook and can plan out how he's going to bed women, the guy's of genius. That's all I'm going to say. And then I like deep conversations about the world, everything that's going on. I like philosophy. I like people's that have a good knowledge of things. I was torn on this one, but
Paris
I
Hilton.
I sided.
Sorry, Mark.
I sided with Mystic 7. No, I'm only joking. Fucking hell. If you fucking try
Pokémon Master Holly.
It was a toss between Professor Stephen Hawking, but I love Professor Brian Cox. Anyone that could have rocked it out in the 90s in a pop band and then become one of the most intelligent, educated people. And I love his podcast, Infinite Monkey Cage, I think his podcast is. Professor Brian Cox. Oh my God, I'd be drinking the fired whiskey miner that you've got there and chatting to him about absolutely everything. Quantum physics, science, the fucking lot.
That would be amazing. That would be actually insane. Yeah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Those are my three.
So when I saw the question, I actually thought, when I first read it, I thought it said famous, and I was like, oh damn, I was like, I've really got to think here, because as you lot know, like I don't. It's not that I don't really care for famous people, but I really don't. I'm not like a fanboy over famous people or anything like that. And then
Patrick Vieira.
He was actually thinking of the 3 girls at Liverpool. That's what he said.
yeah. And I'm not joking, bro, because that doesn't say famous. I'm thinking Katia from Liverpool. Yeah, please message me that. No, I'm joking. But do you know what it is? Yeah, like me and my family, right? And I know you're going to be like, oh fucking hell, Coops, you're such a cringe. But like seriously, like I'm not trying to be a melt, but I'm not all for like going to dinner with famous people or like the Queen or like celebrities. I'm not joking. Me and my family have like the best discussions ever. We get heated, we start shouting at each other, it gets emotional. So I'm not joking. If I had to pick up to 3 people, I swear to God, I'd choose my mum, dad and my brother. I'm not even joking. You're not going to be like, oh, you're being such a cringe, but I'm being deadly serious. Like I'm being deadly serious. Those are like the best conversations that I have with anyone, and I wouldn't swap that for fucking the Queen or David Attenborough or anyone like that. And I'm being mad real.
Wilfred Zaha?
Maybe I'd swap my mum for Wilfred Zaha. Maybe, but no, honestly, I don't care for all that like celebrity stuff. Honestly, because I was thinking, oh, I'd pick Dappy and all this, and I was like, no, let's be real. I'd actually choose. They're the best combos that I have. So there you go, a little bit different.
Well, actually, Dappy said he'd love to have you around the table with him, Coop. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But because he's on the live stream watching this podcast, he's trying to tell you to fuck yourself.
Yeah, true. Keep forgetting that.
That was good fun. I enjoyed that one. Well, cheers, guys. I'm still trying to get a shiny spinner rack at the moment and failing miserably, but I digress.
Me too.
Ian, it's over to the favourite part of the show for Coops. It's the flex game.
Woo!
Flex it up, flex it up.
It feels like an eternity since I've actually hosted this section. I don't think I've done this for maybe 2, possibly even 3 months. It's been a long time. I've painstakingly picked out 3 different things that we can play the flex game with, and I have decided that I'm not going to win. I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm not going to win this. So
Ian, what can I lose? Ooh, everything.
yeah, so I decided, let's go with a theme, and that theme is Liverpool Safari Zone.
Very good, Ian.
Good stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, this show isn't just done on the spur every time. So the first one we're going to look at, if you open your games, go to your badges. And we are going to check our swimmer badge, which is for watertight Pokemon.
Water types. Me gusta. Shall we just jump in whenever ready?
Jump in whenever.
Yeah, go on, mate.
I'm going to jump into the deep end straight away with 59,882.
Okay, I think Milo may.
And that is the end of the flex game.
Yeah, no one's coming close to that.
Oh, yeah. What's the point?
Coming
What's
close
the point?
to what? Sorry.
No, come on, let's hear
No,
your stats though. Go on, Coops.
Okay. I'm on 39,000.
Okay, so not so casual, Coops.
Only 20k off.
Coops, do you want my total and add it to yours, and then we've beaten him? I've got 21,432.
And I am so close to you, Mark. So close.
Coming close.
21,965. So very, very well. Mark and I are close. Coops, good number, and
Solid all
Milo.
round and
Yeah, I'm quite.
You can tell that Milo has his gotcha running 24/7, can't you?
Yeah, you can.
Slight advantage on those stops.
Ian,
Yes.
I'm looking forward to the update to the game where it calculates what you physically caught yourself and what you've got, and it gives you the two totals. Then we'll
I would
come
actually
back
be
to this
interested.
next time.
I would be
I would
down
actually
for
be
that.
genuinely interested.
They don't have the servers for that, boys. I don't think. I'd love
They'll
to.
plug a third
I'd love
potato in. That's what they'll do.
Yeah. and then you'll find out that Milo's only caught about 5,000 watertight.
All 3 potatoes catch fire.
All 3 potatoes catch fire.
Okay, so the next one we're going to look at, if you push the shiny button in your Pokemon, and we're going to search Chinchou. Because that was the featured shiny of the Liverpool Safari Zone.
Ian, can I just say, this isn't going to be a case of who got a shundo.
No. I'm not. It's not rigged. It is number of shinies.
Is it just from the event or in total?
No, in
Ian?
total number of shiny Chinchou.
And evolution line, yeah?
Yeah.
You imagine it feels like no lantern is not allowed.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've got
No,
so I've
just
got
the Chinchou.
exactly, yeah. So I've got 8, mate. I've got 8.
I also have 8.
I've only got 7.
Ooh.
And I've got 9.
Coming in last.
So it's 1-1.
This is for the jingle, Ian. This is for the
This
jingle.
is
We've got to
literally
hold
for the
on to
jingle
this.
now. If Milo wins this next round, and I'm going to give it away now, I'm going to predict that Milo will win this next round because I've actually made notes.
Change
I'm not
it.
making this up as I go along. Right.
Change it, Ian. Change it now.
He's like, whose name is Pogo Milo?
Ian, best of 10.
So on Sunday, for those of you that didn't see the recaps of the Liverpool Safari Zone, on Sunday, a lot more gyms started appearing. And then at 5:30 on the Sunday, eggs hatched, there was an impromptu raid hour. Now, if open your games, I want you to check the Battle Legend,
What badge is that?
which is your... You don't know? You do. That is your legendary Pokemon raids badge.
Oh, right.
legendary
right.
raids.
Yes,
Okay.
Battle
Oh, Milo's
Legend,
won
it's
that then. Milo's won that. Okay.
Ian, choose something else.
No. I will start, and my number is...
Total
is
shinies caught at Liverpool. Total shinies caught at Liverpool. Right, okay.
No, I have got not a massive number of legendary raids. 1,537.
I'm going to put a guess out, right, that our 3 total does not beat Milo's. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah,
Okay.
facts.
Mark and Coops, you do yours next. Add them up.
Mine is 1,422.
Okay, and mine is 2,080.
Okay, add those together, somebody, and find out what it is.
Yeah, before you reveal it, Milo, hold on, I'll do it quickly. Right, I've got the figure, Milo. Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Oh, God, I'm nervous.
Our total figure is 5,039.
Now, time's up by 10.
Fucking hell. I have done 6,511.
Another fucking game.
Ooh.
Anyway, Milo, you get this back, mate.
It's my game. It's my game.
Whey.
I feel like that
It was
last
given to you,
round
Milo.
was
It
not
It wasn't
fair.
given to you. No matter what I picked, you would have won based on that theme.
Total shinies, Ian, at Liverpool.
Total shinies, yeah.
No, I didn't want to do that one.
Good one, Ian. Thanks for doing that, mate. It was nice for you to host that 'cause it's been a long time coming. So now it's everyone's favourite brothers. It's the, what are they called, Coops?
I was going to say, oh no, because I was going, oh no, I can't say. No, I was going to say the C, yeah, the Counter Brothers, the Counter Brothers.
Mr. Waterfall, it's good to be back doing this, isn't it?
It's been a long time, hasn't it, Whitfield?
It has indeed, and we're going to jump straight into the proceedings, shall we? So obviously, Mega Absol will have joined the Mega Raids by the time you watch this brand new Mega to the game, and alongside it will be the legendary, or mythical rather, Pokemon of Darkrai into the 5-star raids.
Absolutely.
And you will notice, sorry Ian, before you jump in there, they're both Dark types. So Ian, we've got the same counters for both of them, haven't we?
Yes, so being a Dark type, they are both weak to fighting bug and fairy type Pokemon. So we're going to go through counters that probably will work for both Pokemon.
Indeed, indeed. And first up is Venipede with a full bug type moveset.
If I didn't hear you laughing, I swore I was going to be like, bro, is he being serious?
I was as well then.
Yeah.
No. Okay, serious counters. Honestly, I would say your best bet is use an army of Conkeldurr and Machamp, because none of Darkrai's moves, including the new move that it will get, which will be Sludge Bomb, designed
Can
for...
we get an ooh?
For
Frenzy plant.
For the,
No one cares, no one cares, no one cares.
the Master League version of Got Baguettes Lads. Basically, those fighting types will resist all of the charge moves that Darkrai has, and the fast moves. Lucario is a bit of a DPS demon, but it's a dual type of fighting and steel, so it is weak to Focus Blast.
But Milo, you're forgetting one Pokemon. Mega Lopunny is also a good counter for this Pokemon.
It is also weak to Focus Blast because it's a normal fighting type.
It is weak, but it is still a solid counter.
It is, so if you want to mega boost your fighting type team, Mega Lopunny is a solid pick. Other fighting types? I don't know. Other than the fighting types, of course, the fairy types are in there. So you can use Sylveon, which I'm hoping a lot of you will have got from the Eevee Community Day.
Yes.
You can, of course, use Togekiss as well with a full fairy type moveset, which is a proper powerhouse.
But do not forget Gardevoir. That is also a solid counter.
This is true, but do be warned that Gardevoir, because it is a dual type of Psychic and Fairy, is also weak to both the Dark type moves and the Ghost moves that Darkrai learns. So I would recommend, proper Counter Bros advice here. If you've got Focus Blast, Gardevoir is probably your best bet because it's double resistant to that move. And Bug types, Ian.
Spinnerack.
Mega Beedrill, which we joked about last week. Mega Beedrill is one that you can actually use with Infestation and X-Scissor. Good counter. And I really can't think of a lot of bug types that are actually going to be good in this.
Genesect is a solid one to go for. You can also bring in Scizor if you so please, if you've got a Scyther Nest anywhere nearby. Apart from that, bug types are a little bit thin on the ground. They've always been a little bit thin on the ground, but I would personally recommend using Conkeldurr, Machamp, and some fairy types in there, because they're going to mostly... Caterpie, yes. If honestly, 20 people versus Darkrai, I would love to see an army of Caterpie taking it down. You know, the raid image, actually, is a bunch of Pidgey taking down a Charizard. We need to replicate that with Caterpie versus Darkrai. At least that's remotely sensible. But I think that's the counters, mate. That's all the counters, yes.
Yeah.
Hundo Darkrai is a 2136. The weather boosted only in foggy weather, because it's a pure dark type, is 2671. But most of the time, I'm pretty sure, we never get foggy weather in the game, even if it's foggy. So you'll be looking for the 2136, ladies and gentlemen. And best of luck. It's a fantastic shiny. It's a top-tier dark-type attacker. So go raiding, people.
Go ham.
Go ham. Go balls to the wall.
Guys, thank you, you lovely counter brothers. That's given me the urge to go and raid Darkrai again. Really appreciate that one.
No, I'm just going to do the Absol.
One thing to note about Absol, the Mega Absol, the stats, very, very high on the attack, but it has exactly the same HP as the normal Absol.
Wow.
Even when it's Mega Evolved. So it is a super, super glass cannon of a Dark-type attacker. So go Mega Houndoom and Mega Gyarados is probably better, not going to lie.
Milo, just shut the fuck up.
All right, point taken.
Right, well, that is the counter brothers. There you go, you heard it first. Mega Absol is shit. Right. So...
I'll take the tiny beano.
I'll take the tiny
Yeah, I'll take the Mega Absol.
That's how he got that eye infection.
I'll take the Mega Absol. Oh, dear. So, guys, we had a bit of fun with it last week. And to be honest with you, I love being the quiz master. It kind of worked quite... I like that little bit of elevation there. So we've got another quiz tonight, boys. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready, bro. Your name is Masterful.
DJ Masterful.
DJ Masterful 27.
And another one. It's going to be another fun one. And tonight, I've all got one thing in common, all the questions. Yes, you're right. It is Liverpool is the theme for tonight's quiz.
What's the name of the girls Coops chatted up?
Actually,
Too many.
What percentage of Liverpool is Bunda?
110.
So, we're going to start. This is going to be the same format as last week. It's going to be multiple choice. I'm going to get all your answers each one first, and then we'll run through them all at the end and see who's got the most score. And I've even got a tie break tonight if for any reason we have a freakish draw. So we're going to shake it up this time around. We're going to go Milo first, Coop second, and Ian third when we do the answers. Split into two halves this quiz. So this first half's about Pokemon GO and Liverpool. So the first question, boys, is approximately how many people attended the Safari Zone over the 3 days? Was it A, 20,000? Was it B, 30,000? Or was it C, 40,000?
Those were a lot higher than the figures than we heard on the day, I have to say. Oh, I'm going to go 20,000.
Yeah, me as well. A.
I agree, A. I'm sure I heard that somewhere just today.
So you've all locked in with A. So that is the first question. Question number 2 is approximately how many Pokemon were caught over the entire event? Was it A, 5.43 million? Was it B, 5.73 million? Or was it C, 5.93 million?
What was option A again, mate?
5.43 million was option A.
I'll go for option A, I think.
Yeah, me too. A.
A.
I'm going B.
And Ian's going for B. Perfect. So we're 2 down. One more Pokemon Go question to go. What Pokemon has something in common with the Liverbird? Right, the Liverbird being the emblem of Liverpool. So what Pokemon has something in common with the Liverbird? Is it A, Reshiram? Is it B, Zarude? Or is it C, Rayquaza?
Reshiram.
Yeah, A. Reshiram.
Ian?
D, Ruffles.
Probably A.
Okay, so all locked in on A. Right, so now we've got some general knowledge questions about Liverpool. Question 4. What year was Liverpool the European capital of culture? Was it A, 2007, B, 2008, or C, 2009?
I think 2008.
So B for Milo,
A, please, for me.
A for Coops.
And I have not got a Scooby, so I may as well go C.
A bit of love for C, the first C tonight, like that. So, number 5, Liverpool. What river runs through Liverpool? A, the River Dee. Is it B, the River Alt? Or is it C, the River Mersey? A, B, or C?
C.
Really?
What was that,
C.
Milo?
C.
Milo?
C. I thought I was going to say the River Nile. No,
River Nile. The lifeblood of Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not in denial, but I will take a ferry to C.
Cool. Question 6. Who founded Liverpool? Was it A, King John? Was it B, King Albert? Or was it C, King Charles?
Oh God. I'll go C. I'll go Charles. I've not a clue.
C for Milo.
Not a clue.
A for me, please.
A for Koopy. Coops A.
I have no idea on any of these answers tonight. I'm not going to live up to last week's score, definitely. I'm going to go Albert, only just for Bants, because King Albert would have been Prince Albert at some point.
GG's. So we're going to start at the top. So the first question, approximately how many people attended Safari Zone over the 3 days? The answer was in fact A, 20,000.
Hey, well done, boys. Well done.
So you've all got that one right, and that's when it ends for everyone getting it right. So question 2, approximately how many Pokemon were caught over the entire event? Well done, Ian. It was 5.73 million was the answer for that one.
Ooh, well done.
So that's 2 out of 2 for Mr. Vassafall.
He just said he weren't doing very well. Fucking hell.
I know. Ian's face is like, oh, that's more luck than anything. Question 3, Liverpool. What Pokemon has something in common with the Liverbird? Well, this was a cryptic one because the Liverbird is actually a mythical creature. So, out of the 3 Pokemon that were listed, the only true mythical in Pokemon Go is Zarude.
Fuck's
So
sake.
all of you got it wrong. So I thought you'd like that one. And actually, that was Lisa's question, not mine. So she takes credit for that one.
Well
she
done.
did well.
Fooled us all.
What year was Liverpool the European capital of culture? Well done, Milo. It was 2008, which was B. Well done, mate.
Damn it. Terrible.
Top
this.
Gear.
Number 5. What river runs through Liverpool? In fact, I rephrase it. You've all got that one right. So, Coops, you've beaten your best score as well tonight. And the final question was, who founded Liverpool? Well, the answer, and this means I got a tie break for this very reason, was in fact King John, which was A.
Oh, mad.
And it means that all of you are finished on.
Wait,
No, you haven't. No, you haven't. Sorry. Ian's won.
Oh.
With 4.
The old gets one.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, I miscounted Coops. But because I think it's only fair to get the silver medalist agree, because you and Milo joined on 3, I'm going to give you 2 the tiebreak. Ian's the winner. Well done, Ian, on 4 points.
Yay.
So Milo and Coops, this is the tiebreak.
Okay.
This makes me laugh a bit because it could be the name of the girls that Coops had a night with on this.
Oh, he's got an advantage then.
He might have. Which of these is not a liver bird by the docks in Liverpool? Is it A, Bella, B, Bertie, or C, Belinda? They could have been the girls, you see. Which of these is not
Belinda.
a liver bird by the docks? So there's 2 of them.
Yeah, I'm going to go with C, Belinda.
C for Coops.
I'll go for B.
Well done, Coops. You won the tiebreak. It is Belinda. The liver birds are called
Belinda.
Bella and Bertie.
Yeah, I actually knew that.
Oh, nice.
It's my favourite segment.
So, Ian, congratulations, mate. You've won again with a massive 4 points. And well done, Coops, for coming second.
Thanks, mate.
Winning the
Thank
tiebreak, mate. That's the pub quiz.
It's nearly my game. It's nearly my game.
Educational, this podcast is. So that's a little bit about Liverpool, and hopefully you've all learned something about it as well. And we're going to move on to, I've called it the main discussion, but actually some news has dropped, and it's speculatory news, but it looks like it's pretty nailed on. Guys, let's talk about November Community Day. Guys, what do we think about the new releases of information from Niantic?
I think Niantic are exploring new avenues of getting information out, and literally an hour before we recorded tonight, Niantic released the first ever developer vlog or
Developer blog sort of thing, yeah.
Was really good. It was hosted by
Michael on the marketing team. Yeah, sorry, Ian, I'm stealing this from you. It was the first developer sort of vlog post, and this is on the back of the action of the Heroes Niantic movement that we all put together back at the end of August. They basically put a video out sort of talking mostly about community days. And some good news, we have the dates of both November and December's community days, which is the 21st of November, and then it's the December the 18th and 19th. That weekend will be the December re-roll wrap-up for the year. So we've got the dates in advance, and the excellent news is that on the back of this sort of post, they've said every season or every quarter they will announce those 3 community day dates in one, giving more time for people to plan in the future. But jumping to November's Com Day, what he said in the vlog was it is a Pokemon from the Sinnoh region, which is Gen 4, and it's an electric type. And guys, there's only really one Pokemon that's a 3-stage evolve that would be good. I think alright for a Com Day actually is Shinx, and we talked about it previously on a podcast. I think there's been, in the game code, there have been Shinx photobomb images added. So all the jigsaw pieces are starting to formulate, aren't they, guys?
Definitely, and I know when these were sort of data mined the first time, people thought it might have been for like an electric event, didn't they, or like a themed event where you might get the photobombs of Shinx as a side bit of it. And I don't think Niantic are clever enough to do that, to actually throw people off, off that sort of pathway. Before we recorded tonight, there was someone on Twitter that sort of said the only other Pokemon that fits that Gen 4 electric type is Rotom, but as we've all rightly said, it's one stage. Okay, it has loads of different forms, but why would the Shinx photobombs be in the game code? Gone are the days where there's any true surprises now. Got to the point now where if anything changes in the code, we'll find out about it. And there unless they do it half hour before it's released, which I don't think they've got the capability of. I think it's going to be Shinx, isn't it?
Reversal made a very similar point on Twitter, actually, saying that it sort of spoils the surprise and the excitement around a lot of video games. It's the fact that all the info is there, ready, available on social media or in the game code. There you go.
It does. Do you know what though, Marky Boy? I was actually quite surprised at this. I genuinely was not expecting Shinx. I don't really know what I was expecting, but just not Shinx. I don't know why. I thought it was going to kind of be one that always stayed in 1-star raids, and that was gonna kind of always be a thing. But yeah, no, they've I was shocked. I can't lie. Oh, excuse the pun, shocked electricity, but I was shocked.
Ian, what do you think about it, mate?
Yeah, good news.
It's the least enthusiastic good news ever.
Selfishly, I'm over the moon with it. You know, I've made peace at Pokemon in raids. If you work your arse off trying to get it, eventually it will just become common. You know, that's going to happen with everything. So those who say that they have an issue with it, I still think part of it maybe is that they haven't made peace with that element of it. But it's a solid 3-stage tier evolution. It's a bloody good shiny.
Yeah.
I've not got one, so I'm ecstatic with it, if I'm honest with you.
Do you know what though? I'm actually genuinely excited to see the special move. Only because Shinx has always been like, if we were real life Pokemon masters and Pokemon was a real thing, I feel like Shinx would be my mon. And I've always wanted Shinx to be relevant. I really like. Is it Luxray? I really like the shiny.
Yeah.
I just really like it. I really, really, really like the Shinx shiny family, and I'm hoping, even if it's PvP or meta relevant, I really do hope Shinx and Luxray do come out into the spotlight, even if it's just for a little bit. I really hope it's not given something like fucking Bubble Beam.
Do you want me to tell you what I've heard on some decent authority from some of my contacts? What the special move's going to be? It's a Psychic Fang.
What?
Psychic Fang, which is a new move. No, it's apparently one of the egg moves from Generation 7 that it could learn, which I think it's a new move to the game. I think I haven't heard of any other Pokemon getting it.
Yeah.
By the time that this podcast goes out, you might already know what the move is. The announcement might have been made already, in which case I'm going to look like I'm repeating whatever Niantic said, or I might be spookily correct. But it could be interesting. I honestly, on the note of what Mark was saying, honestly, Niantic have worn me down. Niantic have worn me down big time over the last sort of 2 years of Com Days. Duskull was kind of like the breaking point for me, because it was, in my point of view, a totally shit mon.
It was. That's fair to say. It's fair to say. Yeah,
Utterly
everyone, yeah.
as useless as dog dirt and about as desirable, but it was a great day. It was a Stardust grind. The difference with this is I'm sort of like, okay, I know a lot of people don't have shiny Shinx because it's not been featured in crazy number of events. It's always been egg and raid lock. So this is the first one they're sort of bringing into the wild from eggs and raids.
Oh my god, it will actually be the first time seeing Shinx
wild
on the map.
Shinx.
Oh
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is
Oh,
going to
wow.
be something
Yeah.
interesting. It gives me hope for a future Timber community day, actually.
Yes,
which would be sick.
Yes.
But this could be really interesting. I'm excited for a lot of people to get their shinies and stuff like that. Shundo Hunt on as always. The only thing I will say is that the bonus is going to be quarter hatch egg distance.
Yeah, I know.
Which hopefully they say you get 2 kilometer eggs that are going to give you Shinx all the time. But it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Shinx is actually alright. In terms of the tiers of the last 2 years of Community Day, Shinx I would say is actually up there.
I agree, bruv. I agree.
It's a great shiny. It's not a terrible, electric type attacker. If you wanted to get some, it's all right from an electric type team. It's by no means Zekrom.
No, but
it's
listen,
good.
look at it from a major positive. If I was really lucky with my shiny Shinxes, I got my 3 shinies, I swear to God, in the first 20 raids that I did. But imagine if you've never, ever, ever in 5 years ever done a Shinx raid. You are the luckiest man or woman alive.
I waited
I've never had a
3
shiny.
years.
What, really?
I've never
Ian?
had a
So
shiny
what,
Shinx,
no?
and I've been raiding it since
What,
it was
done
released.
5 raids? Oh, you mean you've done loads of raids?
I've done raids and not got it.
Sorry about that.
I'm intrigued, Ian, actually, and I know this isn't a game, by the way, but just leading up to this, how many Shinxes have you guys actually caught? Because I'm really I'm just looking now because I'm intrigued because
Ian,
I've not got the shiny.
Play the jingle.
It's my game. It's my game.
Or you might lose it in one episode,
might
Ian, like what
lose
you've
it,
done
yeah.
there. Like what you've done there, Ian.
Milo asked for the jingle.
One thing I will say is I have 7 shiny Shinx, one of them's the costume with the top hat as well, but I will say 2 of them were back-to-back 10-kilometre egg hatches.
Wow. So how many have you done in total, then, Ian? Oh, Milo, so how many Shinx have you actually caught
Seen
then?
in total 280.
Oh my god, that's so weird. I'm on 270.
Well, they're far apart, mate. Nice.
And you've got the 3 shinies, Coops, yeah?
Yeah, and I didn't raid once for the top hat, so actually I think my rate's quite bang out,
To be
actually.
fair, I will say I got the Shinx with the top hat literally on the second raid. It was the stupidest luck. But yeah, Mark and Ian, how many Shinx raids and hatches are you in to not getting the shiny?
I obviously haven't gone as hard as I thought I'd gone, but I've got no shinies, and I've seen 80 Shinx.
Okay, so
So,
you're sort of due one, because I think it's a 1 in 75-ish.
1 in 75.
And I've done 130.
Oh.
Oof, so nearly double.
It's going to be great. It's going to be great, because it's such a good shiny, isn't it?
Good shiny.
a lovely shiny,
I'm good to
yeah.
see, like, people will be excited about this. Like, genuinely, people will be very, very excited about it, which will be great to see. The major difference between this and maybe people who didn't have shiny Duskull is that Duskull has been featured in 5 out of the 6 Halloween events, whereas Shinx has been purely raid and egg locked since release. It has been shiny since release, but it's only been in raids and eggs, so it's always been quite unobtainable.
I seem to remember Shinx was spawning at 2019 Chicago Go Fest, if I remember right.
It might have been. I don't remember that. You went to that though, didn't you?
Yeah, I seem
Ian?
to
So you
remember it
probably
was. I
know.
might be wrong, but I seem to remember it was.
It might have been spawning in that case, but for major gameplay, this is the first time it will be in the wild, which will be brilliant. First chance to get a Nundo or a Schnundo Shinx.
And all I'll say now is prepare yourself for the Twitter backlash, because some people are going to be moaning about it.
My Shinx are devalued. All this, like, what was it? I think it was actually it was a PvP content creator. I think Ryan Swag Tips or something. It said, like, in reality, no shiny has any value. They're not equated to money in the game, so it's a bullshit argument, to be honest, which is a fair point.
Just bragging rights, isn't it? It's just bragging
Yeah,
rights.
it's just like, I got the shiny Shinx with whatever. Well, good. Now it's got a community day. More people can get it. It'll be good vibes. Just hope it isn't raining in the UK.
It will be. Bear in mind, it's going to be the end of November.
It's going to be dark very
True.
early.
Oh, it will be, yeah.
Oh, it's going to be horribly dark. So, guys, I did a poll. I did a 10-minute poll when we had that conversation. So, Shinx, if it is November Com Day, are you happy with it? We had 31 votes in 10 minutes. That's a pretty quick, rapid.
Good stuff.
77% of people are saying yes, they're happy with it. So I think the majority are going to be happy with it. Bring Shinx on. I'm buzzing. End of November, isn't it, Ian? Did we say
21st.
end of November?
Yeah, Sunday the 21st.
It will be a Sunday.
So, some say Niantic interns were born with a creative mind, but soon realised it was too much effort to engage it, which is probably why they ended up working for Niantic. It's Milo's favourite section, Ask the Intern.
Ask the intern.
Thanks, Billy. As we've been saying the last sort of, it feels like months, guys, Ask the Intern is really drying up in terms of possible content, but we'll try and dive into some of the cesspool that is on the social media. So, hey, at Niantic Help, what is this? A few months ago, I wasn't able to nominate because the game crashed every time I tried to take a photo, and now I can't even upload a picture. I did everything, cleared the case data, even reloaded the app, but still doesn't work. Please help. To which we've actually said this a couple of times. I think it was Zoe Two Dots made the comment about AR shots being low res, but Niantic support replied saying, sorry for the trouble. Please try lowering the resolution in your phone camera settings and try again to see if it helps. We've also shared more steps via DM. Please try and check them out. So Pokestop nominations, you need to have a 144p camera, guys. Preferably if it's a pinhole camera, that'd be great for Niantic. And this last one, at Niantic Help, my Stardust just lost 450k. Please help me. My account is this. Thanks. Because you can't bother to type thanks. It says, hi there. Stardust should not just disappear from a trainer's account automatically. You may have used the Stardust to power up Pokemon, unlock a second charge move, or for trading. If you need more help, share the email address linked with your account and we'll DM you to assist.
Is that yours sincerely, Casual
Yours sincerely. No, GBL, I guess. Yeah, he does spend Stardust on that. Yeah. Ask the Intern was very dry for this week, so I can only apologise, listeners.
I'm a little bit concerned for Ask the Intern now, guys. I think this might be like a bi-weekly feature, possibly.
Can we insert a fake one? Hang on. So this trainer says, I can't evolve Galarian Slowking. I tried to evolve to it, and it just evolves as Galarian Slowbro. I've put so much effort into catching, 32 psychic types? Can you please help? And 96 supporter said, hi there, trainer. If you are not aware, you can suck a dick.
Suck a dick.
That is Ask the Intern. Ask the Intern.
Thank you, Milo. Well, let's go over to Shinies of the Week with Coopsy.
Shinies of the week.
All right. Okay, boys, so we've got 3.
All right.
Even though I did actually get a shiny Piplup, actually, didn't I, before we started recording. But we did have Mr. Mossum, TL48, and he says, pretty good pre-Safari Zone morning. Hashtag Shinies of the Week, and hashtag check the spelling, you twat. Oh my God, he's actually
Clarify the spelling, you twat.
He got a shiny Pikachu with a hat, and he also got a Hundo Fletchling and a Hundo Bonnet, which I thought was pretty cool. Up next, we've got Pokeguy Chris, and he says, I wanted a new shiny, and I got one. Hashtag Shinies of the Week at Incensed Podcast, and he got the shiny Spinnerack, which was the new shiny, I think, for the Halloween event, if I'm correct. And of course, up last, our third one for today, is my man, Jamal Harvey. He said, hey, Incensed Podcast, it's your resident cheeky bastard from North Carolina. I get one shiny a week, in brackets, literally, and it always comes while listening to the podcast. Although this time, I think I broke the game. I love the show. Keep it up. Coops is still the man. Hashtag Shiny of the Week. And he posted a screenshot of episode 36, but as well, he got the shiny Ditto, and I'm guessing this is from the research.
Nice.
Ooh.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
So there you go, boys. That was Shinies of the Week. I might even post one for next week, by the way.
Clarify the spelling, you twat.
So ShiniesOfTheWeek. EEK. Well, guys, thank you. God, aren't these weeks flying by? Absolutely crazy.
Not when they're this long. I'm joking.
Coops isn't familiar with long things.
Exactly.
It's about half a hand long, isn't it, Coops?
Just keep coughing. Every time I laugh, I cough.
Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Please hit that follow, subscribe button on Apple, Google, Spotify. Any new ones, Ian, since we've been doing this?
No new platforms, no.
We should say, though,
Oh, yes, yep.
we got onto the podcast, what was it, 100 top picks?
What?
Was that it?
Yeah, Podicon's a podcast event, conference type thing where people actually go and record podcasts in front of studio audiences, and we actually got onto the Discord tab.
This is big.
This is Podboard 100. There we go. We are in the list, guys.
So what's it called? Pod what?
Podboard100.com.
Do you know what I've got to say to that, boys?
GG's.
Pog.
GG's. Pog. So guys, please leave us a 5-star review to support us. Also, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram at Incensed Podcast to keep updated with all the latest stuff. Well, I just got a final strike, boys, on this raid, but the most important question is, did anyone incense anything good, including a shiny, on this episode?
I mean, like I said, I got the Piplup before, but that was it for me.
Oh yeah, you did, shiny Piplup.
I got nothing tonight. In fact, I've got nothing all week, to be honest.
I've got nothing either.
And I've got nothing either.
Is that gotcha, Milo? Was that the gotcha?
I was even
jacket?
searching for a 0%er.
Well, thank you, everybody. So, anything else, guys, you want to add before we wrap this one up?
Thanks, everybody who came up to say hello at Liverpool, who supports the podcast, who listens to us. Thanks. Thanks for listening to us waffle on for an hour plus every week. We really do appreciate you.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point, actually. Like I said, I said at the beginning, but yeah, it takes a lot of guts for people that may be out of their comfort zone. And I think Coops made a good point. There's a few people that play Pokemon GO that actually like to play it on their own and don't like to engage with people. But actually, I know a couple of people came, which was, it probably put them out of their comfort zone. So thank you for actually doing that. That was really appreciated. And, you know, it's lovely to think that you're listening to this podcast as well. But thank you all. On that bombshell, thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys in episode 38. Keep safe.
I choose you!